attention you pay to social media with recruits, and do you talk to them at all about that kind of stuff?
When I first start developing a relationship with a young man, I let him know what our policy is, that we're going to watch his social media, let him know that he can easily become not recruited based off of the things and how he portrays. But the other little, I call them kiddie things. I don't get wrapped up in it. And if you follow me on social media, you see that I don't do much of it. I don't do any posts, and that's just never been my forte. And I understand that this is the generation and the age, for the kids to be able to express themselves. But you pay attention to make sure to see if you can find any red flags on a young man. But I don't put a whole lot of stake into it, into the back and forth and all that kind of stuff.
Coach, when you look at recruiting these days, and you get these kids, these high-profile kids like we're talking about, and they come in like that, explain the process of de-recruitment.
Well, Coach Sweeney says it all the time. We don't recruit them to de-recruit them. We recruit them to let them know this is what you're getting into. And so, perfect example with Linjay, let them know that, hey, dude, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna recruit you, but we're not gonna talk about the stuff that doesn't really matter. We're not gonna talk about Nike. We're not gonna talk about 80,000 fans in the stands. We're gonna talk about you're coming in, you're going to the back of the line, and if I'm doing my job as a position coach, I got 4 dogs, right, that have been trained, and it's gonna be your job to go out and beat those guys out. And so you don't paint the picture of something that it's not. And so that's one thing that I appreciate about Coach Sweeney, and it gives us, the comfort of going into homes to say, this is exactly what it is. So if you're not looking for structure, you're not looking for discipline, you don't want to go to class, you want to be a young man that's going to cause problems, then this isn't the right place to you. And it's not personal, but when you get here, it is personal because we care about you as a man, and we're going to build you as a man. And obviously you're a child now, but you got to transition into a man. So it's our responsibility as adults, we're not perfect people, to make sure that we're coaching you to become a good young man.
Follow up on that. What about recruiting to your alma mater? How's that feel?
Oh, I tell them all the time. I said this is very, very special for me. I take a lot of pride because not just that they employ me, they pay my salary and take care of my family, but I wore that Tiger paw. I got blood, sweat, and tears equity on that field. I take a lot of pride. And you know what? I got a lot of teammates that are counting on me to carry forth the legacy. And there was guys that, they went in a different route and they changed the culture and the mindset of what we have. And all of us alumni are so proud of where the program is. And it's my responsibility to make sure that I bring the right young men to carry that forward.
How much fun is a day like yesterday for the coaches?
Man, fun. It is fun. For me, it's fun to see a young man who's worked so hard this far in his life to accomplish a goal. It's stressful at times too because there is a little bit of uncertainty, going into it. But you try to find your peace in understanding that you're going to get the guys that you're supposed to get, and those are the ones that want to come to Clemson. But it's fun to see the excitement and just to hear that when you talk to a mom, like for instance Linjay's mom, and you just hear how happy she is that all the hard work that she put in is paid off, and that she feels comfortable and confident with the men that she's sending her young man to help him develop into the man that she wants him to be. So that's really where I find my joy on signing day.
Some of the players were saying yesterday there's a difference between thinking you can beat Alabama and actually going out there and doing it. From a mental standpoint, the fact that you guys have done it, do you think that helps?
I think that was evident definitely last year. If you look at the 15 game, we knew we belonged. But we hadn't won that game yet, and so there was a little bit of, okay, we think we're good enough, but then after you actually accomplish it, you're good enough, and so that resonates throughout the entire program, and I think that's part of the way that Coach Sweeney does with these young men, and just the positive way of thinking. You got to dream big, you got to believe, and if you can't see it, you're not going to be able to achieve, and I think that's probably his greatest asset, as a man, is that he's a man of vision, and he's able to get other people to buy into that vision, which gives them the confidence to know that they can accomplish the goals that they have set for themselves.
Pretty good.
Thanks, Coach. All right.